Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a super carb loaded, delicious cheat day little snack, and it's one that's very reminiscent for me. It makes me a little homesick. It's one that my mom and my grandma make all the time. We made tater cakes, but we made 3 different types of tater cake. There they are back there. We made buffalo and cheese, and then a traditional tater cake. And I've got one of each here on my plate. Get a look at that cheesy, golden, crispy goodness, the buffalo, the carby potatoes. Guys, they smell absolutely divine. And these could just be like a side or a little snack, but they're also really good in the morning. It's like a quick little breakfast pancake. They're actually kind of portable and handy when they're done and cooled. So let's get to trying. So this is the cheese one. Oh my, yeah, that definitely deserves a good food dance, guys. That is super, super delicious. You get that creamy cheese and the fluffy, fluffy potato, and then carby delight takes over. These would be fantastic little like dippers in ketchup or your favorite little sauce. Let's move on to the buffalo, my personal favorite. Oh yeah, that's a zinger. Oh my goodness. Good food dance for that one, guys. That buffalo seasoning comes through, but like the best way possible. You get that vinegary buffalo tang, and then the potato. That one is fantastic, and I would totally dip that in some ranch. I'm a dipping girl. All right, let's give the traditional a try. Oh yeah, that is pure nostalgia right there. Good food. That takes me back to my childhood when my grandma would fry these up for breakfast or for lunch. Oh, it's just pure potato goodness in this one. Salt, pepper, mashed potatoes. Oh, we can't go wrong with any of these. They're all so delicious. They stand on their own. They're amazing little snacks or even a quick little breakfast. So keep watching, guys. Watch how these tater cakes come together, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, y'all, let's get going on this tater cake episode. I'm really excited. They make me very homesick because my mom and my grandma make them. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. I have my like tater station out in front of me. You want a little peeky peek? Here's my tater station. I'm making 3 different recipes, so I have my taters divided out into 3 different sections. So let's start with the first version of tater cakes. We're going to do cheesy tater cakes. I just got sharp shredded cheddar. Sharp cheddar is my favorite cheese, if I had to pick a favorite. So you could use any style of shredded cheese that you prefer, but I'm going to use shredded cheese, and I've got my mashed potatoes. So let's talk mashed potato. I made mine with heavy cream and butter, but that was just because I wanted to be super extra and decadent for these tater cakes. I generally use milk. I do not always make my mashed potatoes with cream. So just make the mashed potatoes however you normally do, and then pop them in the refrigerator, and now we can use them for tater cakes. So first I want to get the consistency right in my potatoes before I add in the cheese. And to get that tater cake consistency, we're going to be using some flour. I've got my potatoes, and we're just going to sprinkle in a little bit at a time. And you want to just mix it up. So what you're looking for is a pliable consistency, something that you can mold and make cakes out of. So you want to just keep adding flour until you get to the point where you can form a cake, and it actually hold its shape and not be so gloopy. So we're not there yet. Let's keep adding some flour. I think we're at the right consistency. This is my little tater cake, and it's holding its form and it's not sticking too much. So let's start adding in our extra ingredients. Okay, so when I add flour to the potatoes, even though they've already been salt and peppered when I made them as mashed potatoes, I want to add in some more salt and pepper just to make sure we're not losing that flavor with the flour. And then we just add in the cheese. This is really your liking measurement. You add in as much cheese as you like in your tater cakes. I have a cheese addiction, so that's how much I started with. You can always start small and add more later. Okay, that's what our mixture looks like with everything incorporated. We are going to start making the cakes. And for that, I have oil heating up in a deep skillet because we're going to make these cakes and pop them right into that skillet. So let's get that going. Okay, so let's make a cake together so you know the process. Take your mixture, form it into a cake. You can make it as thick or as thin as you'd like. I'm not going to make them too thin because I like a nice, thick, crispy cake. And I like them to be little, kind of palm size. Once you have it formed, we're going to pop it in the skillet. Okay guys, let's pop it in. Yes, with that sizzle. Okay, so I'm going to keep forming the cheese. I'm going to keep forming the cheese recipe and getting them in the skillet, but we will come back together for the other recipes and the flip. Okay, y'all, it's been 5 minutes. It's time to flip. Let's do that together. You'll know they're ready to flip because the brown starts coming up on the side. So you want to just scoot your little guys. Okay, ready? Yes! Look at that golden, crispy, delicious little tater cake. So that was a flip. I'm going to flip the rest of them, cook them for another 5 minutes, and then we'll come back together. Okay guys, I got our first one out of the pan. Let's take a look. There she is. Oh, she's a beauty. The other ones are still cooking away. While they are cooking, let's start mixing up our next recipe. Okay, our cheese ones are cooking away. And while they're finishing up, we're going to mix up our next batch. Same process. We're going to start with flour. Now let's talk potato. I always use golden potatoes for pretty much anything that's potato. They're my favorite potato. I will use russets, but I do not prefer or enjoy red potatoes. And that's a heated discussion in my family because my mother prefers red potatoes and she uses them in her mashed potatoes. But I'm a golden potato girl. It's your choice. You use your favorite potato and make your mashed potatoes the way you make them. Okay, we've got the consistency. Let's salt and pepper again. And this variation on the tater cake recipe is going to be a buffalo one. So I have this awesome buffalo seasoning, and we're going to put that in. We're going to do it to taste, to be your spice level. Oh, that's how much I put in to start. Oh, guys, they smell so good. Oh, it smells like buffalo. So that's what our buffalo potatoes look like. I'm so excited for this one. For our last version of tater cake, I'm doing the traditional, the classic, the one I grew up on. Mashed potatoes. Use your flour to get the consistency. You've reached your consistency, just salt and pepper. And that's what I grew up on, a delicious, simple tater cake. I'm gonna get this mixed up and then we'll get back to the cooking. Okay, y'all, I got the buffalo ones formed and in the pan. Let's take a look at how they're cooking. There those little guys are. Oh, they're looking so good. And they are smelling fantastic. I absolutely love buffalo. That smell, that vinegar hits you right in the face and you feel it in the back of your throat. Oh, I'm very excited. Don't worry, I'll come back whenever I have them all fried up so you can see the finished product. Today's snack while we make snacks is just some refreshing water because, baby, it's important to hydrate. Do not forget to hydrate. It's, okay, well, it's kind of a double negative, or it kind of cancels each other out because it's caffeinated water and caffeine is a diuretic. So well, anyways, it's still delicious and I need a little jolt. It's black cherry coffee, sparkling water. Guys, highly recommend it. It is so delicious. The cherry flavor hits you first, and then you get that like little buzz of coffee in the back of your mouth, and it is So effervescent, so bubbly. Definitely give it a try. The time has come, guys. We are all done frying up all 3 different versions of tater cakes. Let's take a look at them. There, those beautiful crispy delights are. We've got our cheese there, our original or traditional, and then our buffalo. They all smell so crispy and so delicious and so carby. I'm very excited for this delicious little cheat day treat. That's all for this video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next foodie adventure. Bye!